Hi, Simon here. Today I'm taking you on an advanced tour of SolidWorks, specifically the Sketch Tools side of SolidWorks. This is the second video in this guided tour series. So I'm going to start by opening a new document. New part, okay. So the first video I showed you around the user interface, the command manager, the feature manager, and a few of the basic views and bits and pieces like that, just to give you a little bit more information. Something else I didn't show you though was the rebuild command, which is just up here, and that gets SolidWorks to remodel the part that you drew and fixes any problems that it may have had rendering it. It doesn't always work, but generally once you make changes, click the rebuild, everything will update and away you go. Okay, so this video is specifically on sketching and the sketch tools. I'm going to start a new sketch. Just click on the option, and I'm going to choose the front plane to sketch on, and I'm just going to click normal to as well. There we go. Okay. Okay, so each of these buttons has its default command as the button itself. So what that means is if you just click on it, it'll do the most common command, whereas every command has subcommands. I'll show you here line. Line is the most common tool in line properties, but if you choose the drop down menu, there's other types of line. So there's a standard line again, center line, which we use this for mirroring, we use this for revolve cuts and revolve extrudes, things like that, lining things up. And then a midpoint line, which is the same as the first line, but we're just choosing it from the center point. Okay, so I'm just going to show you this option, midpoint line, and all I'm going to do is click on the origin, so hover over it until it comes up, and then drag it out, and it's automatically centered the middle of the line with the origin. So if I go from origin to the outer side point, drag it up and drop it, make that 100 mil. This side here, or the total length of the line, is 200 mil, but it's also 100 mil from the side to the side. So pretty straightforward. Okay, so before we go any further, I'll just show you two types. Actually, sketch actually. Okay, so under sketch, there's basic sketch, which is your 2D sketch. There is 3D sketch, which is more advanced sketching, and there's 3D sketch on a plane. We're only going to focus on sketch at the moment. 3D sketch is more advanced, so as these videos are aimed at the lower level of skill or learning SolidWorks, we're just going to stick with sketches. Later on, we will move to 3D sketches towards the end of this program. Okay, so teach your walk before you run. So just sketch again. Okay, so you get your standard dimensioning tool, which you just click on it, click on the 2 points, or just on the line in general, or whatever you want to measure. So because I wanted to measure or put a dimension for this line, I just clicked on the line and it highlighted it. Whereas if I wanted it from a specific point to another specific point, I've got to click on both of them directly. Otherwise, SolidWorks is smart enough to know that I'm just choosing the whole line. Come on. Sometimes SolidWorks has like a little glitch and it won't do quite what you want, so sometimes the easiest option is to just press escape, get back out of it, and then just try and start the command again. Okay, so just like that. Right, to turn the tools off again, it's just a case of clicking them again or pressing escape. So to get out of the dimensioning tool, I'll just put escape. Okay, so if we look up the dimensioning tools, we've got smart dimensions, the most common one, horizontal dimensioning, vertical dimensioning, so forth. Okay. The line is the most common tool, again. We'll use this quite a bit. I'm just going to mainly use the center line tool. I'm going to use this to show you some more advanced features. So I'm just going to pick up the origin by hovering over it. And then drag and drop my line through the middle of the origin. Escape. Okay, I'm going to right click on the center line, go down to select midpoint, holding the control key. I'm now also going to select the origin, and say that they're coincident, which means they're touching each other or on top of each other. Just OK. Okay. So whatever distance this is high, it's also projected out the bottom the same distance. Smart dimension. Side, we'll call this 200. Okay. Okay, so that's a line tool. Go down to here to the rectangle tool. If we just look at these little icons, it's got like a tiny little dot or a square on each of these corners, and that just shows you where your first click is and your second click. So I'm just going to choose corner rectangle. It's just brought up the options again here too. So like this one would be here, I can click on, say, the origin, drag it out. Or if I wanted a slightly different one, so I'm just going to go Control Z to undo that. Choose the rectangle tool again, but I'm going to choose the second type. Click on the rectangle, drag it out. So that's again a nice easy way of getting the center of the square on my origin. Okay, or there's many different types. So okay, so just look at the numbering to find which one suits your needs. So we're going to go to this point here. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, on a bit of an angle. So click once there. Click down here. Drag it up. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. So that's another different type of rectangle. Again, just finding the one that you need. Okay, just going to get rid of these. Oh. Okay, next I'm going to do a circle. So the first one is selecting the middle of the circle and selecting the radius of the circle. Or there's this other second type of circle, which you can just choose the outline and it will automatically map it. So we'll just try that type. Circle, parametric circle. So I'm going to go that, that. Okay. Similar like so. Again, if you want to shift the circle, you can grab the center point and just drag it around till it lines up with what you're after. Okay, I'm going to turn on the sketch relations. So, I was going to say it should have shown the center point was locked to the end of the line, but it didn't. Not so sure why, but won't dwell on that. Okay, so down to our arcs, center point arcs. So first thing, again, look at the numbering. So 1 is the center, out to the outside, and then around to your second point. So what I was doing there, I'll just back up. Okay, so center point arc, chose the center, went out to the radius I wanted, chose that. See, if I started dragging around this way, it didn't, or the first time I did it, it didn't quite go the way that I wanted it to. So what I did is I just did a couple of rotations and it kind of unwound itself and then laid out the direction I wanted to. If I wanted to go the other way, so inverted, say the line from the bottom of the line going up, I just go around the other way, like so, and then tick to accept. I'm now going to go straight onto this tangent arc one. Actually, no, I'll just use this option here. So I go this point here, and I can choose okay, so that's the third type, or this type here is just a case of clicking on the dot, clicking on the center point, and then dragging away sort of thing. It's quite good for doing the arcs and whatever you so wish. Okay, so that's arcs. Okay, next one is polygon. There is only one type of polygon. Okay, and again it just chooses from the center point, drags out, and then you drop it. Okay. One little point some people have is problems getting these square. Okay, so you can either drag it larger and smaller or rotate it around. I generally choose one of these edges and say make horizontal or make vertical. Okay, can't do both. So delete that. Okay, and that just orientates our object. And then from there you can smart dimension it. So don't dimension it across a flat like this. Dimension it from one flat to the second flat, like so. Okay. Excellent. All right, the next tool is the straight slot and a center point slot. So we're going to use a center point slot. So again, click once in the middle, click the second time, and then click the third time to get the diameter. So first click is the center, drag it up. I'm going to put my slot going vertical, and then I'm going to drag it out to get the diameter we want. Okay, so that's a slot. There's different types of slots. You can do curved slots if you want. We're just going to keep it basic. Okay, so that's a slot. Okay, this is more advanced. This is called a spline. And a spline is an arc that you can change. Okay, so I've just clicked where I wanted it, and then for the last one I just clicked escape to get rid of it. Now if you click on it a second time, you get these little arrows. And what you can do is the distance you pull them out is the amplitude, and you can aim them to sort of thing to give you the curve that you want. So this helps to get organic shapes, which is all soft curves and things like that. Okay. Ellipse, partial ellipse and so on, parabolas. Okay, just draw one down here, somewhat self-explanatory. Okay. Again, just a nice different shape. Okay, and then sketch fillet. So sketch fillet takes the corners off two lines. So what I'm going to do is click on this line and this line, and all it does is put a nice little radius on it. Sometimes you fillet things in the sketch, and sometimes you fillet them in the feature. It's entirely up to you. Often I would radius things as a finishing feature, as a finishing touch, rather than a primal touch. So I wouldn't do it quite here yet. But anyway, that's just what that looks like. So it just takes the corners off. Okay. Now, okay, trimming into these for deleting lines and things like that you don't want. Okay, so I'm going to use it to, and I use trim to closest. I'm going to take this here out. And what I'll do is click on the bits that I want to delete. And it's as clean and as easy as that. So we can take that bit off. Okay. So that's trim entities. I'm just going to click to turn that off. Offset entities. This is a really good tool. Choose that. All it does is follows the profile either internally or externally, and just gives you a copy of it. This sets the distance, and this here makes it internal or external. Okay. Mirror entities. I'll just do that really quickly. So we get mirror entities. What to mirror? I'm going to copy all this, and I'm going to mirror it about the center line here. Okay, so that again just saved me drawing it all. Now, that's about all we've got time for today. I'm going to come back and make a specific video on repairing your sketches and sketch relations, and this fully disguised sketch tool here, as well as linear sketch patterns. So I'll make a specific video for those details. Thank you for watching. Come back for part 3, features. Thank you.